Raise it up. Get comfortable.
I think I'm about to.
How comfortable, Fish?
How comfortable would you like me, bro? I mean, we just met. Tim's known me long enough, but you don't. I'll get comfy.
So tell me more about that mouthfeel again.
I got some popsicles in my pocket, but my arthritis is so bad you have to reach in and get them yourself. Get your fat ass back here.
Oh, the fuckery.
Sup, fuckers?
Dude, I'm excited. We got our boy Dustin Ross here.
Sup, fuckers?
What up?
Yo,
It's an honor and a pleasure to be here, gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
thanks for coming, man. Thanks for coming. I know it was kind of short notice, but you answered the bell. I appreciate it, dude. You wear tons of hats, do all kinds of different cool things. You're an artist, like on multiple levels, different genres. We're talking music. Your latest filmmaking, which is pretty badass.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Crazy ride.
Pretty excited to talk about that. So you have a trailer out right now. We'll get into that right now. So this trailer is a short film.
Yep.
Right.
So there's a short film called Our Last Summer, and it was written by the fabulous Bree Tilton. She's a really cool chick I know. She did some work with me on the set of one of my films. And I guess she liked the way that I was directing. So when it came time for her to write and produce her own film, she came to me and asked me if I wanted to direct it. I was super, super fucking stoked. So,
awesome.
Yeah, I just walked on set last December. We spent 5 days shooting a short film, and then it got edited. Now it's doing the whole film festival route. I just heard we got accepted into one of the places they applied to, so we're pretty stoked. See how it goes. It's called Our Last Summer. You can look it up on Facebook.
When's it supposed to drop?
I have no idea.
No idea. Right on.
I was just the director.
So in
Wow.
the loop.
Who's in charge?
Right, yeah, not me.
That's fun, dude. That's cool. And then, so you have a YouTube channel as well, right?
Yeah. I do some stuff for my own YouTube stuff, and then a couple of years ago, I was doing some like cannabis based content, and YouTube was having its own little issue with weed based channels. They were shutting down massive weed based channels with like millions of followers, and I had heard that it was because some of the advertisers commercials had ended up on weed channels, and they were like pissed, you know.
like,
so
"Fuck
and
that."
YouTube was in order to be super loyal to them, just like shutting down content. So the Weed Tube was created at that time, and when I did 3 episodes of Pothead Potheads, and those can be found on www.theweedtube.com.
That's where I'd seen it, because I remember seeing it on YouTube at one point, and then I
had to pull 'em.
Yeah,
Yep.
I had no idea where that stuff went. I thought it was maybe something that you had just like weren't into anymore, or whatever the case was. But
YouTube wasn't into it anymore,
No,
so
okay.
we pulled it.
yeah, nice.
Never even heard of this weed tube.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate, man. I was trying to get it out, but it's like not enough people know about it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. I mean, most of the weed content out there is like hot chicks smoking, which is like, it's cool, but come on, dude. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
yeah.
Like, I can't watch this for
Yeah.
fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah, you can go to Pornhub for that.
Exactly. Like,
It's clickbait. It gets them to click on the video.
Exactly. And those videos have
I'm gonna
fucking
open up the
thousands
video. I'll
of
be honest.
right. Yeah.
What comes next?
It's
I don't
hard to
know.
compete with that, you know?
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Jesus.
I'm not that
We
hot, you know?
we were in one of our shows. We were doing checking out some ASMR stuff. You know what that is? Where
No.
it's like people. It's like, dude, it's great. It's people eating.
Who's got a snack?
Yeah, it's the one particular one is this girl. She's like pretty cute girl, blonde hair, your typical like hot chick, but she's whispering into a microphone. And while she's doing this, she's fucking eating like snacks. But she has it so set up to where everything's color coordinated. It might be like pink, right? Pink is the theme for this one, and she's eating gummies, not fucking
Just like
cannabis
everything
gummies,
pink,
but
right.
just candy, like literally like
Yeah.
a Sweet Factory.
Yeah,
Everything
right.
you could pick up at the Sweet Factory, but in pink. And she's eating it for a 45-minute video. And what were there? How many followers were there? There was like,
Oh, dude.
it was it was in the million. It was over 1 million.
Shit like that is insane to me.
And all she did was fucking eat on camera.
It's almost irresponsible of society to make people like that famous.
Dude,
to allow somebody to create this entire. I always say it, social media gave everyone in the world a voice, and nobody can ever get enough attention. So now you have billions of people striving for all the same amount of attention on this same platform, and nobody's got anything to fucking say.
No
It's
way.
insane.
Nothing.
I crack up that people still like just complain about not having a job or too hard to make money, but you can eat on camera and get rich.
Yeah, dude, there's kids unboxing toys right now that like
Yeah.
not only do they get the
Yep.
$150 toy sent to them for free, but their moms and dads are banking off of them just like unboxing and playing with it.
Yeah, of
like
course.
what a fucking world.
Yeah, her name is Honeybee. ASMR.
This is the ASMR girl.
And
Okay.
she has 4.5 mil subscribers.
And she will eat the colors.
Yes,
she
she
averages,
And she'll whisper.
she averages 50 million views.
Oh my god.
That's amazing, right?
That's
For
amazing
eating
to
on
me.
camera. And I don't know if it's
She's
because
really pretty.
this
She's
is it
really
because she's
pretty. I'm
pretty
sure
and you
she
can
is.
see this close up of her mouth like moving? Or is it what is it? Like what is the fucking draw?
What's the where's the catch?
I don't get it.
I feel like that's 70% of it. She looks good.
Yeah.
But you can
she
go
sounds good.
you can go anywhere on the
People will
internet and
watch-
find
yeah.
good looking girls,
Yeah,
but
but
not
also-
eating for
You can go anywhere in the world and you'll find people who are willing to watch hot chicks do anything.
anything.
Okay, so when I was a salesman in this town 10 years ago, I walk into this tattoo supply shop, and the guy who owns it's like, "Hey, Dustin, come in the back real quick." He's watching Brazilian fart porn.
Oh man.
And it is every fucking bit as bad as it sounds. And I'm like, bro, like I gotta beat through it. No, hold on. Give me. So it's literally like this one really good looking naked Brazilian chick with her face up against another really good looking naked Brazilian chick's ass.
Okay.
And she farts like enough to where like chick's hair is like, and she's just like, and she's like, oh, like it's so hot, you know. And this guy is just laughing his fucking ass off. And on the outside, I was laughing, but I think on the inside, I died a little that day.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm
this is happening.
Like, this is what society's become. Like, if I was an alien and I was a fly on the wall in that room,
Yeah.
I would wipe Earth off the face of existence. Like, drop you never, humans never existed.
You
Like,
wasted all of it.
You had a chance, bro,
Yeah.
and you made Brazilian fart porn. That's where we flip, like the galactic gods or whoever is out there is like, nope.
Yeah, you're done. Hit the switch. We're over it. They're farting in each other's mouths over here.
Fire the laser.
And people, that's not even the worst of it. The worst of it is people are watching it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, there's always going to be a weirdo farting in another weirdo's face, but you put a camera on it and you've got millions of weirdos just like really digging in.
That's,
How long were you watching it for?
Way too long. Yeah, I was trying to make a sale, dude. You know?
5
So when you-
videos in.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, can we talk about Toner? It's been like 30 minutes.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm sure two of them have shit on each other at this point.
You feel like you were interrupting something when you walked up?
Right.
Yeah. You're like, how deep was it? Was he watching it because it was funny for
And
real? Or now it's
this
funny
guy had
because
a
I'm here?
Really hot wife too,
Yeah.
and she was cool as shit. And he was in the back watching.
But she
Brazilian
won't fart in
porn.
his mouth.
I guess not.
Yeah.
I wonder how it worked. I wonder where they are now.
Fuck, dude.
He's in Brazil getting farted on.
Yeah. He's like, fuck it. Where do I sign up?
Yeah.
Who is it? Look him up. That's too much.
So
That's fucking funny.
I wrote a 165 page screenplay that I've been working on for a while now. It was originally a shorter film called The Benevolent. And halfway through shooting that, I realized that shit was falling apart. That was when that actor and actress I was telling you about, some things had happened, and I had to shut down. So I shut down and I regrouped and I rewrote it to the spirit of murder. And you'd have to think like a Red Dragon type serial killer with a touch of the crazy writing style of like Fight Club meets Wayne's World.
Okay.
With the fourth wall breaks and more than a few laughs. Real sick shit happening. But while we're all laughing about it in the real world, it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to unleash the spirit of murder on the world. But it's going to be as I've found, I got into the filming industry 4 years ago to make this film. It hasn't been made yet, and I know I'm not even holding my breath for the next few years. You know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of longevity game. If you ever want to get into it, you just have to keep doing it.
Sit on it.
Somebody told me once. He said the way I heard it put best was, if you sit at that table long enough, eventually they'll pass you the dessert.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
And I was like,
it's just like a waiting game.
We'll see if I got it, because I'm like 4 years in, a few short films, and it's like, I've dealt with more people than I can shake a fucking stick at.
So it's a battle of who has the most patience at this point, as well as like not to mention the talent, but
talent. If you don't have talent and skill, and you're not making quality content,
you'll know.
And everybody else will know, and nobody will be drawn to your projects. Nobody wants to work with.
You'll figure it out quick.
Yeah, you'll figure it out real quick.
It's weird though that like you at some point you do figure out that you could be successful at this, but it's still such a long process to get to where you can, I don't know, pay rent off of it regularly.
The more popular filmmaking meme says, if you teach a man to love a film, he'll be poor, for a day. Okay. But if you teach a man to love filmmaking, he'll be poor for the rest of his life.
It's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Not usually a lot of monetary payoff, but.
So this is a story you wrote, an idea you came up with.
It's two cops after a serial killer in Las Vegas. Okay. And halfway through, the one cop realizes that he thinks he needs to be a serial killer too, and he's like really drawn to it, and it's like it's about duality, man. So like when we come in on the intro, we have the good guys and the bad guys. The good guys are the cops, and the bad guy is this serial killer that they're after. But the more we get to know all these people, the more we find out that one of these cops is kind of a weird piece of shit.
Okay.
And like this serial killer that they're after is like a guy more like us, but he's been through some crazy shit. He wears it on a bag on his hip. He fucking torments him,
Okay.
But this cop, when he discovers it, it's like, holy fuck, like I fucking love murdering people, bro. Like he's like, it's like sweet to him, and that's, and then, who knows, maybe everybody dies.
Did you start filming this at some point?
I did. This was the Benevolent. This was the Benevolent.
Okay.
And I shot probably 30 to 35% of that film. Okay. And that's when the wheels fell off, and it was like, oh wow, what am I like all this time and energy? So I was like, I'm going to rewrite it. I will make it like way better. So I took 6 months off and I studied writing, film writing in particular. Okay. And came back with The Spirit of Murder.
Did you end up giving that girl the footage?
No, so it was basically, she was saying that I couldn't use it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, I still never have even seen most of that footage because some of the people I were working with who were handling it kind of took off with it. And I still haven't, it's like all these years and you start filming something and I haven't even seen some of that footage, bro. It's crazy.
It's just gone.
Bro, this industry will fuck you right in the ass.
Just to fill you in real quick, obviously you'd heard you already started
footage. Let's go.
Yeah,
right.
And then some shit went down between a couple actors, and then the film, like the rug got pulled out from underneath it, and then he's at 0.
Yeah, so. And so I checked with the producers, and I was like, "This is what's happening. Can I just basically like clean house and start from the ground up, rewrite the script?" He was like, "Yeah, hell yeah." So I did that.
So you wrote this, and you already have somebody backing you for it, like. Fucking let's go, let's do this.
Yeah, it's a little more complicated than that, but I have 1 or 2 people who are interested, and I would like to get to a point to where I could also help and be part of the financing.
Which would make you a producer as well, right?
Yeah, and it would give me like writing and direct. Even when you write and direct a film, the people who are giving you like it takes an insane amount of money to make a film. So the people who are pocketing this much out, tens and 20s up to $50,000, they want input, and they all think that the film should be this way, and they all want this kind of style. And it's like, I fucking wrote and directed this, so. You definitely want to make yourself in a position to where you have some artistic say. Our Last Summer is going to be a great film, but I have no attachment. I have nothing to do with that film other than I was essentially a walk-on director. Okay. And I was honored to do it, but that's not my film. You know, that's Bree Tilton's film, and it was a pleasure being a part of that whole process. I hope she does freaking awesome with it.
So when you're a director's job, correct me if I'm wrong. Like this, I'm just kind of my idea of what a director does. But it's basically like if I'm reading a book and how the book is playing out as an image or a movie in my head, and how I imagine where the characters are sitting, how the backdrop is, how basically if I were to imagine a book, like the story as a movie, that's what the director's job is basically, is they kind of like, it's his version, how he
into your head, right?
From script or from words on a page.
Yes.
To
for sure. It's the director's job to, that's one of the director's jobs is to take the story from not only his own mind and the people who wrote its mind and the people who are producing its mind, and kind of find this whole fucking halfway point where everybody's happy, and then like find a way to interpret that onto the lens. Okay. That's one of the things he does, but he also has to understand, like we were talking about earlier, the psychology of filmmaking. Yeah. You can't just write a cool story and point a camera at people doing cool shit and have a good movie. You have to understand, you know, the psychology of filmmaking, what lens, you know, what angles, all the cool shit that they've been doing since like the 20s.
Yeah, right.
You know, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Very interesting. I'd also like to mention, if I could, what I've been reading lately. I don't know. So Choke is a book by Chuck Palahniuk. Chuck Palahniuk wrote Fight Club.
Yep.
Okay, so he wrote a book called Choke.
Okay.
Check it out. It's like super dope shit.
Yeah. Okay. I'll definitely, I'm a pretty good fan of that guy.
I'll let you, I have it at the house. I'll bring it. Yeah. I'll let you borrow it. You can read it.
Okay. Absolutely.
I wish I could have the time to read.
I get that.
I've
been there.
Like I've always wanted to get so like just tied up with a book, but I just can't. I can't focus that long on one thing.
Yeah, I get it. You just haven't found the book that really like fucking grips you, you know?
I've never I lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma for some time, like on and off for 9 years. And one year we went through this crazy ice storm, ripped down, like trees fell down, ripped down power lines. Power was out for like a week and a half. And I've never read so many books in one time.
A week and a half
of no power, like reading by candlelight, like nothing to do, no work, couldn't do shit, just laid up at the house. Like you can't even get to your car because it's encased in like 1.5 inches of ice. So just fortunately enough, I was dating someone at the time that had a huge bookshelf of really badass books, and she just kept feeding them to me. And that was like such a cool moment, dude. It was a really cool fucking moment.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was. I'm glad you got to have that time with yourself, right?
Yeah,
most of us don't get that.
Never.
Society has us fucking spinning around and chasing our tails and fucking chasing whatever we're fucking chasing out there. And not many of us get to slow down unless we're in prison.
Yeah, and that's
get to slow down and just like have that moment with ourselves. So way to go with that, really with getting that lucky. And not having to be high on mushrooms or incarcerated.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like, it turns out the trick was books. I don't need to fry out. I just need to read books.
Dude, you sit in your truck, like you probably sit in your truck for 2 hours a day at work. That's plenty of time. Yeah, that's plenty of time.
Okay, so back to read a book. He did say though that it was that he can't focus on it. He never said
did. That's why I almost didn't bring it up, but I decided to bring it up.
I got the time, but if I would sit down, I'd open a book, I'd probably get a page, maybe 2 pages in, and I'd be like,
see,
I need a drink.
That's what I'm saying.
I need a snack.
He hasn't found the book where that first page, he's all, holy fuck.
Yeah, you can't put it down.
What is on the next page of this book? Yeah.
I'm knocking on the window. Fish, it's time to go back to work. Come on,
Stop watching Brazilian fart porn and get the fuck back to work.
I'm gonna have to watch one of these videos. I just gotta see for myself.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
It's like Two Girls, One Cup. Once you found out that it existed, I don't care who you are.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, like no way. And I'm almost still certain they shot that girl with some fucking frozen yogurt. Hopefully it wasn't poop, because dear God, that's disgusting.
That is pretty bad, but it exists. It exists.
We're gonna have to get ourselves a sound clip of one of those videos. Yeah, for our buttons.
Yeah, for sure on the sample pack.
You can always edit it, patch it in later.
Yeah, we need a fart button in there.
We can make it.
Right here, Dustin.
We have.
Hey,
we
Foley,
have.
hold on. Hey, he just had Taco Bell.
Yes. I watched
He's ready to go. Hey, the mic's on the wrong end, bro.
I don't want to get the mic all dirty.
Yeah. And who's sniffing it? 1, 2, 3, not it.
Somebody put a sock on that mic.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
So you don't get the
Yeah. We don't want the next person who uses that mic to get pink eye.
pink eye. Fuck.
Keep
No
all the
pink eye.
COVID off.
Why do I
of
have
there.
pink eye? Oh, fucking fish. Brazilian farted on it. Fart porned it.
So also I've been working on a short film called The Lost Platoon. I've been working on it
This sounds awesome.
like kind of not full time at all, like just a few hours a week for the last like 3 years. I was hired on to help this guy who wrote and wants to direct and star in and produce this. It's a time period piece war film where we start off in like I want to say the 40s. And this platoon of soldiers goes out to this Indian burial ground where they're supposed to just be doing drills, but really they're there as part of a government experiment where they're fucking with time travel, like magnetic fields
In the 40s.
Yeah.
Fuck
So like
yeah.
in the 40s, this platoon goes out to do these drills and whatever, in the middle of this fucking Indian burial ground. And all of a sudden this lightning storm comes up, and through some twisting nether time portal, they wake up in the fucking Civil War era.
oh shit.
And
they're badass.
dude, it's crazy. Like the guy who I'm working for has put a lot of his own time and money into like the costumes, the wardrobe, the fucking tents, the props. All it's like this guy's going like legit, full legit. And it's called The Lost Platoon. We're going to be shooting the interiors here in Vegas at the end of September, and then the exteriors out in Sandy Valley at the end of October.
So the exterior means like location, right? That's
Everything,
like,
yeah, it's like, so the interiors would be everything in the film that happens inside.
Okay.
And you go to like a film studio.
So outdoors is going to be really outdoors. It's not going to be like
Outdoors,
CG or backdrop or
yeah,
anything.
our outdoors is going to
Okay.
be filmed on location, is what they say.
Sandy
you know.
Valley.
Yeah,
what
out in-
does that look like in Sandy Valley?
Sandy
is it like
Valley-
a jungle like, or is it
No,
green?
it's-
Is it
it's
desert?
Desert for
Desert?
sure. It's only like an hour away.
Is it okay?
Like if you're headed towards State Line, you get to Jean
Mm-hmm.
and you take a right, and then the Sandy Valley's back in there. It's
Okay.
like desert. And there's bush. It's cool.
Dude, the premise sounds fucking badass.
Yeah.
I want to watch that shit.
Yeah, I'm excited
I want
to
to
see
see
how
it.
the Lost
I want to see
Platoon
because they could
turns
take
out.
like what they know now from how to fucking battle, like how to strategize,
Right, yeah,
back in
exactly.
time with
Yeah,
them, and they're
yeah.
watching these guys like, you guys are idiots. Watch this trick.
And so, like, I guess the full feature version, the feature film version, because it's a full script that the guy is adapting to a short film. In the full version, they've got to essentially like save the future because of something. So it's just like you say, they're doing badass shit back
Fuck
there.
yeah.
In the short film, it's more of like the cliffhanger, like, are they going to be able to get home? So,
No shit.
Yes, but
That's fucking awesome.
it's going to be really fucking
Yeah.
bad.
When'd you start this?
So the guy's been working on it for I don't know how long, but he hired me to start helping him, and I helped him kind of restructure the script a little bit and helped him actually just write this, put it in
To make
script
it to where it
form.
can be a movie.
Yeah, I helped him with all the pre-production. I started 3 years ago on this project. Dude.
That's crazy.
3 years of my fucking life for a short film. I mean, it's not all I've done. I've also remodeled my house top to bottom.
Okay.
I've done a ton of crazy shit.
Read
that
a
I
couple
can't talk.
books.
I've done some shit I can talk about. I've done some shit I can't, and all of it has been super fun.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And now I'm here talking to you, rad fuckers.
And it can still be like 3 years to that movie. even.
Until I see it. Right, exactly.
That's just, I'd never really thought about how long it takes to
yeah.
go the whole mile.
So I was watching Entourage when Entourage was really like a popular show back then. And this actor's on the set on this show in one of the episodes, and the director's real arrogant. He keeps talking about my film. And the actor says, well, isn't it my film too? And I understand where the actor's coming from because it's everybody's film. But the director said something I'll never forget. He said, fuck no, it's not. He says, you're here for 6 weeks. I'll work on this film for the next 2 years of my life.
Yeah.
This is my film.
This is my film.
And it's like,
Right.
yeah,
You're a part of it.
And as the director, you want it's a collaborative process, unlike
course.
any other. But like I said, I've dealt with more people than I care to in like 6 lifetimes in the last 4 years. If I could build a robot that could act better than a human, and I'd never have to deal with another human again on set, I probably would. No offense to all the great actors I've worked with, but there have been some crazy ones.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking. You, if you're listening, you know who you are.
Yeah. For sure.
sure there's some drama queens.
If it's
out there.
questionable, don't worry about
that's-
it.
Yeah,
It's their background.
Right. Yeah. Tim was saying that earlier. It's hard to imagine though trying to be a humble actor because you have to. It's like always about you. You're always focusing on you, but don't be a dick about it. So
Yeah.
like I said, humble actors who are just like down to earth and regular people with no fucking like trauma are 1 in a fucking 1,000. But I'm no different.
So would you say the hardest part of filmmaking is pre-production?
No, honestly. So pre-production is essentially what I've found out is just making a fuck ton of lists. How good are you at making lists? Because you've got to think about everything that nobody else is thinking about. And then when you get on set and you're actually producing, it's so stressful that everything you've been working on like goes out. Like you're like, what scene is this? What shot are we doing? Like what's my fucking name? So it's pre-production is the preparation. You put everything down on paper. That way, when the wheels are falling off during production, which they fucking will, you have something to go back to and say, okay, let me regroup my thoughts, But production is, I love it, but it's also like the most stressful moments of my life. Well, some of the more stressful moments of my work life have been directing short films so far. 17, 18 hours on set. Go home, get like 4 hours of sleep, get up, do it again. It's insane.
Cool.
But very rewarding.
For
when you see that trailer,
20
I'm like,
minutes
what?
for like 20.
I directed that. Holy
Yeah.
shit. I
Dude.
never thought.
When I was so pumped when I saw that, dude. I was
so glad to
excited.
hear that, dude.
I was like, fuck yeah, because I've known you've been doing this for a minute and I've seen some things coming from what you've done and I have no fucking clue what it takes to do this shit. So I'm like,
Right. All
this
my
is
one-man shit's fun, but this is like nice to see
dude,
that I was a
yeah.
part of, like,
And then
all right.
this was the first time I got to really see like what you've been doing and like for a few years I've been like, I want to see what this guy's about, man. Like
And so the reason that all my one-man shit looks like one-man shit and why that trailer looks so dope is because the team and the crew and the actors, everybody who was on that set went to film school.
okay.
But me. And they were all a lot younger. They were all
Yeah.
like kind of fresh out of film school.
Okay.
And passionate as fuck. And they all knew what they were doing. It was the easy that besides from the physical stress of like the 17 hours on day, if I'm being honest, they didn't even really need me there because they were so fucking experienced. They're all very nice and they all say different, but I'm like, okay, action. And they would do it. And I'm like, geez, that was fucking awesome.
That was cool.
Like,
okay. Make my job easy.
Yeah, like we could do it again if you want, but I think that was dope as fuck. You know?
Nice, dude,
So
that
it was
makes
like,
it
yeah,
easy.
it was really easy.
Yeah.
These kids were fucking amazing actors,
Okay.
and all the crew behind the camera. My DP Noah Morgan, he was fucking awesome. He's a young guy, but he knows exactly what he's doing with the camera. He also understands the psychology of filmmaking. So
Okay.
when I would be seeing, a scene a certain way, it was like I had never worked with this guy, but I didn't even need to really communicate. He would be like, yo, what do you, okay, this lens. Okay. Yeah. Fuck yeah. And we just like boom, 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 boom.
It's like perfect storm, right?
And then
Perfect scenario.
you get the other situations where the director and the DP fucking constantly fight and, they want to question everything and they think it should be done a certain way. And they have, and it's like, I've worked with those guys and that was the benevolent and the wheels just fell off. You know what I mean? It's just a very stressful project when there's a lot of animosity on the set. It bleeds through on the film. And, like Hitchcock, Alfred Hitchcock, the famous filmmaker,
Yeah, of course.
he would really torment his actors. He would really make life on set and during the production, their lives, they fucking hated it. You can interview them. I'll never work with them again.
Yeah.
To get these performances, he was like this,
Right.
But I haven't found it to be my style at all. I'm a fucking weed smoking, chill dude,
Do your
and
thing,
I
man.
want everybody on set to feel like they're heard. And I'm like, you know what I mean? That's me. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right,
I
let's
can
just
hear
talk
ya.
it out. Like, we need to get to the bottom of this, but fucking quick because we're on the clock here. Like, yeah. And you're always, and so exteriors, you're always chasing the light. You can set up a shot.
Yeah.
You take 30 minutes to set up
not
a shot, and then 5 minutes, the sun looks different now. So it's like, well, none of that works. So a lot of
So
times,
you can't go from
dude, it's
just a normal conversation. You can't go from one to the other.
right. You have to make sure a lot of times when a film is shot in all exteriors, it's like they can only shoot for a few hours every day so it'll look the same.
be the same time frame.
Yeah,
each day.
yeah. So it's like fucking Castaway. Like,
Yeah, right.
Imagine how many days they sat waiting for that weather to
That
look the same.
moment, yeah.
Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Like the clouds, even the backdrop. Like
It all
I'm
has
sure
to
out there.
line up. You got script supervisors, you've got set supervisors, consistency people who are on top of all that shit.
Watching weather.
Yeah, exactly.
At least in that case, you only had one actor for the most part.
Exactly right. Well, him and
Besides
Wilson.
Wilson.
I heard
Well,
Wilson was a real fucking prick.
I'm sure he
though.
was difficult though.
Yeah, he's like real needy. You know, he needs a massage.
Prissy
and like,
fuck, yeah.
No TiVo for Wilson.
Yeah, little prissy bitch. Wilson. He looked like it too. That face looked like it just fucking like he was just needy.
You're
He
just a
needed
dick.
everything.
I wasn't sad when he died.
I need a meat and cheese plate.
That's not true.
My
That's
makeup
not true. When Tom Hanks is laying on that raft and he's crying about his volleyball, it breaks me every time. I'm like, damn you, Tom Hanks.
I know he did good.
How
I'm
you make me
crying
that
because
sad about a fucking volleyball,
a fucking
bro?
ball. I know. Wilson.
Yeah, hey, you got it. I
so
think you.
good.
I think you
Everybody
just hit-
in the theater was crying,
bro. Yeah,
over a volleyball.
over a fucking
And I'm like,
volleyball.
Don't let go of that fucking rope. Whatever you do, it's just a volleyball.
Right, but was it though? It was his best friend, homie.
He let it go.
His name Wilson.
That's
Right.
weird, right? That's a
I have
trip.
to say that's probably more dramatic than the scene from Titanic.
Yeah,
When she
absolutely.
lets Jack just sink to the
Absolutely.
bottom.
Bitch, move over. There's
for
room.
sure. Yeah,
Right?
selfish
The door
ass
is big
bitch.
enough for the two of us.
Yeah. Right.
Have
Yeah,
you seen all the memes?
I'll never let go. You
How about
fucking
see-
did.
She's like, "What's a meme?"
Yeah, right. Fuck, dude. That's crazy. So, was this a thing that you've just forever and always? You're like, I'm gonna be a filmmaker.
So when I decided, like, fresh out of high school, that I was going to be a rock star, which is
Was it fresh ed? Because we were doing that in high school.
we were doing that in high school, and then I like pretty much decided to not finish like my last 6 months to go on tour, and the
Fuck yeah.
tour never happened. But we were close, and then like it's always the people in the band. It's like if you want to be a famous band, not only do you have to be super skilled, you know, and talented and make dope music and be able to play it, it's all got to be tight, but you have to have 4 to 6 to 7 egos that can fucking hang out and chill and make it work without wanting to murder each other and break up and fight over the legal bullshit for like 10 to 15 years before you get discovered. And then after that, it gets really
That's
fucking
when you
dicey.
really know your
That's
people.
when you really figure out who's who. Yeah, it's insane.
Everyone's sitting on this idea of like what they're gonna do, how it's gonna go down, and then when it actually comes and gets put on the table, it's like, everyone has an opinion. When up to that point, it's like, no, I'm cool. I'm cool with just this, and then now it's not that anymore.
Yeah, I think most people's like God complex kicks in at a certain
It's
point.
weird.
So to answer your question, even back then, I was writing ideas for movies. I knew I have always been a huge fan, and I guess you could say student of film. I love to like, I don't just watch
When
a
you
movie,
pick it
I like
apart.
Pick it apart, you know. My old lady, I've been with her 3 years. She's like, you have ruined me for. I don't watch movies anymore. I'm like always like
Looking for that
I see
thing,
this, I see that. I know what they're gonna do next. I know what this camera angle means.
why it's happening, how it's happening.
And I'm like, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, bitch.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a new
just kidding,
skill.
Baby. I'm just kidding. I didn't call my old lady bitch. So,
It's a new skill. Help me out now.
Yeah. So I have always wanted to be a filmmaker on some level. I've always wanted to be a writer. I was, you know, when I was a kid, I was either writing music or poetry. Honestly, I love good poetry, old poetry. And to write a film is really a lot of fun. I've got like 9 or 10 more really unique stories to write, and I can't wait.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
That
My
is
next
super
film,
cool.
but I think my next script that I'm going to write is going to be about a piece of shit white trash family that all live together in like this fucking trailer park, right? And then one of them hits the lottery and they all move together into this big mansion, right? But within like 2 weeks, each of them is sure that they should have all the money. So
Right.
that they start plotting and scheming, and then through like murder, accidental mishap, mayhem, and fucking murder, down to the very last one, like some sort of accidental suicide. Nobody gets
Nobody
the money.
gets it.
Everybody's dead. You know, yeah,
Man.
Let's
it's
make
going to
it.
be a lot of fun.
Make that shit. I
If
wanna
you ever
see
need
that.
any extras,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this good look. Look at he's got the face of a fucking like
Exactly.
the-
You guys can't see him, but he's handsome as hell. He's covered in tattoos.
Dude,
okay.
that's the guy. He's like the
Be
front
that
man.
Be
Yeah,
that
for
random
sure.
guy in the background.
You
just
will
doing-
not.
You know you want the front
like
spot.
he's lying.
motherfucker.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Uh-huh.
I want the brown spot.
He's like,
Okay, I want the brown spot. That's called Brazilian fart porn.
Is there a
bro.
room for a
I
brown
want that
man?
not brown spackle. Like he's
brown spots.
It's a spot, not a
the
spackle.
position of the brown man.
The brown man.
yeah.
We're the real extras.
He's not getting. He doesn't want to get sharded
What's
on,
up, bro?
The guacamoles.
Hey, Zach and Mary make a porno. He's like, easy on the pullout, guys. Remember, I'm down here.
Gotta get that angle.
Yeah. The bitch just brought to me like I was a fucking cake. I've been playing on the stock market.
Have you?
I know it's kind of weird. I never thought I would like trading on the stock market, but it's really fun.
Which one
With-
are you having most success with?
So, with stock,
Yeah.
well, right now, I am.
You just opened up. That's YouTube.
So right now, T2 Biosystems is about to do some crazy shit in the next like week or two. The TTOO is their fucking ticker. Check them out. I've been watching them for a while. I don't like to get too into any one stock, you know, like I try to
You
stay
like to
about,
keep a diverse
I
portfolio.
I try to stay at about 20% per investment.
Yeah.
But I have been loading up and consolidating a lot of my portfolio to T2 because it's about to pop. So that'll be fun.
That's cool.
I started on Robinhood. I moved to Webull.
Yeah, we
I still trade on both. There's things I like about both
The
of
fuck are you talking about, Robin Hood? I love that movie.
them. Right? Yeah, there you go. Which one?
Men in Tights. That was a good one,
There
right?
you
Kevin
go.
No, he meant the new one.
Right.
The one with Kevin Costner was good
The
too.
one with Kevin Costner, bro. That
Yeah.
fucking that film was my childhood. My parents bought me a bow and arrow after that, dude, and I fucking shot an arrow into
an
a
arrow?
fucking air conditioner.
Did you? Of
In
course.
Bullhead City.
Of course
dude.
you
So
did.
I'm like practicing
in the
like
middle
around-
of August.
Dude, it was like I swear to God, peak heat, bro. So I'm like practicing, like I'm like got a bow and arrow, and I would like hide behind the corner of my house, and we had trees in the backyard and neighbors.
Yeah,
and
of
I
course.
would pop around the corner and shoot an arrow into the
Just
tree.
in a random spot.
I got
Oh,
pretty
into a
fucking-
tree,
Yeah,
okay.
and I got pretty fucking good at it. I was like 8 years old. My parents had
Fuck
no
yeah.
business giving me a bow and arrow, and then like, air, just go out into the yard, dumbass. Like, fuck, crazy. So one time I popped around, and I popped around a little too far, and I shot an arrow into the fucking air conditioner, and it popped right back out, and Freon just starts dumping out. I'm like 8, dude. I fucking go in the house shitting my pants. Mom, I killed the air conditioning. Yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure I have memories of like shooting arrows in between my brother's leg. Like, here, hold still and I'll shoot one in between your legs. Like, and we successfully did that without
Thank God.
shooting. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank the good Lord.
Castrating him.
Yeah, exactly. That my parents' fucking decision didn't weigh too heavily on my brother's testicles.
Are you into cryptocurrency at all?
I am a little bit. I am a little bit. I have like almost 10,000 Dogecoin. It's a brand new one. It's like 0.0003 cents or something crazy. But they say on the long term, I don't even know if we're allowed to talk about this, but they say on the long term, like the 5 to 10 year range, it could get up to like $1 or maybe even $10. This shit goes crazy.
If
And
it's 0.003 and you get $1 out of it, that's pretty good.
oh, bro,
right?
yeah, I'll have, it'll be good money, but that's just a long shot. But I've spent like $20 on it. If I could sit on $20 for 10 years and turn it into like $100,000, I think I'll do that.
That might be all right.
Not a bad choice.
I don't mind that at all.
Yeah. Yeah. How many people throw it into a machine at 7-Eleven? $20.
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't gamble. I've never been good at gambling. I've never really enjoyed to gamble, so I've never had a problem with it. And then a buddy of mine turned me on to the stock market just in like February or March, right before COVID. So I put like a few $100s in, like $270, and then COVID hit and it dropped down. Like I lost like half my money right away in like a day. And then I've spent it building back up, and I've almost doubled it now. So I'm excited. It's about slow, steady gains. It's not about taking big risks. But if I keep going the way I'm going, I'll probably like triple my money every year. And after a few years, that starts to get, some hefty trades. So it's fun. And it's something it's real fun. It's something to do.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, it is.
I bought
dude's
200
pretty
shares last year in Moderna.
Okay.
mRNA.
Yeah.
And they're at $11. About
Okay.
200 shares.
Okay.
2 months ago, they went up to $80 a share.
Fuck,
And I
dude.
made a $13,000 profit.
You still you were holding.
Yeah.
Oh,
I sold
God,
it at the peak though.
God bless you,
and
sweet
now it's
sir.
down to 50.
Dude, that's what you're supposed to do. Buy, sell, buy, sell.
Yep.
That's fucking dope.
Yes.
Dude, that's
dude.
good.
Keep watching.
Good
That's what's
shit.
up.
Dude, we worked with the guy that he was trying to convince me. He's like, dude, buy into Facebook. His cousin is like some dude who does that shit, right? He's like, Facebook's going to hit, something about Facebook, right? I've never done anything with the stock market other than 401k with work and kind of dabbled in fucking moving it around a little bit here and there, right? But he was like, do it. So I'm kind of interested at this point because he's showing me, he's like basically forcing it on me, right? And he buys it, and his cousin talks him into like giving him or him investing like $10,000, and it was like $32 a share at this point. And so over the next the course of the next 6 months, somewhere in there, every once in a while he's coming to show me, and it's like $38, $45. At some point, like it got up to like 90 something bucks per, and he got into it when it was $32. I'm like, fuck, man, like I'm so
Okay, but then
dumb.
there's the other hand of it where I own a bunch of stock that's worth like 28 cents right now, and it used to be worth like $900,000 a share.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and this is why motherfuckers jump out of windows, bro, is because they have entire empires that turn into fucking pennies literally overnight.
Yeah.
And
That's
all she wrote.
a little upsetting.
Yeah. Like I was stoked. I'm like, dude, I found this 11-cent stock, and I look at this stock's history, and it was like 10 years ago. It wasn't like in the fucking 40s.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago. This
was
shit was worth $1
$9,000
million a share.
Yeah.
Holy
And
They must have had a good headline when they launched.
dude, exactly.
Because 900,000, they're like, oh, we got this life-changing
Right. And
invention, and then later
VH1s,
they
where
bust.
are they now? This
Yeah.
motherfucker's on the sidewalk.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Guy just
So
threw
the
a
stock
quarter
market,
to.
yeah, the stock market can be really fun, and it can be really fucking dicey. You just gotta manage your fucking risk. You have to take risk management seriously.
I believe the media controls how it does.
Oh, the media
Because
controls everything.
The headlines are what make it go up.
Are you
or
fucking
make
kidding?
it go
Yeah,
down.
absolutely. So then you've got these fat cats, right, who own the media and run the media, and they know what to buy in their next stock before it's going to go up because they're going to fucking tell the media what. Dude, I'm a
Tell the
conspiracy
people,
theorist at heart, dude.
Let's put our tinfoil hats on. I love it.
I can't even. All right, let's.
We might have to.
Why don't we? Yeah,
Let's do it.
We should eat some mushrooms first. We're talking about the fucking government up in here.
That's fucking great.
So yeah, I absolutely think the media controls it. But if you can, I also believe in patterns, though. You know, like they discovered the Fibonacci number line patterns, right? So Fibonacci, like hundreds, I don't know how long ago Fibonacci discovered this number pattern that occurs in nature, like all the time. And if you look it up, it's pretty easy to explain. It's like 1.5 times itself, and it keeps getting like you take this number and 1.5 times itself, and you keep doing that, and like it's like flower petals, it's like fucking so many things. But then they also somebody in like the 30s or something discovered and realized that hidden in the stock market trading patterns, the Fibonacci fucking number lines actually applied to certain, and it's just crazy to even think about that this number that finds itself repeating in nature, in Earth, in whatever you want to call the universe or God or whatever, it also appears
Exists.
in how people trade monies. It's like, what the fuck? I'm sorry.
Power of numbers.
Yeah, what the fuck is really going on is what I
no
want to know.
shit.
Yeah,
That's
who's
a trip.
really running shit around
Who's
this
pulling the
place?
strings?
Yeah.
That sounds.
It's good. Just look it up. Look up Fibonacci numbers and the Fibonacci number lines, and fucking, it's like everywhere. They could obviously explain it a lot better than my dumbass, but it's dope shit, bro. It's like, huh?
I feel like there's like a pattern involved with everything. You can probably find a pattern in just about everything in life.
I think everything.
I'll have to look
I
that
think
up, though.
everything can be broken down into a numeric, like an explanation. You can basically, like they say, math is universal language, and I absolutely understand that. Math is everywhere. Everything is numbers.
Yeah, if you're using math now.
Exactly.
Time.
Yep.
Yeah, if you could break it down, weird squiggly marks on a chalkboard.
Right. Yeah. Well, we always said we would never use like calculus or trig or geometry, but like in filmmaking and graphic design and any kind of any kind of design, you're always going to be using math. Or even if you're a builder, I built homes for a little while and fucked around with that. It's always everything's math, dude.
Yeah.
Music is obviously way fucking math.
Yeah. For sure. Dude, you're... Go ahead.
Do you watch a lot of films?
Yes, sir.
So as a filmmaker, there's a lot of up and coming art actors, actresses.
Okay.
Who, in your opinion,
Who am I
on
excited
the
about?
rise? Yeah.
You really want to know, bro? I'm really excited about Robert Pattinson from the fucking Twilight series.
Oh,
Batman?
Yeah.
Was it Batman?
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I've been waiting for that one.
I think he will fucking kill Batman.
Oh, hell
Watch
yeah.
The Lighthouse. Watch The Lighthouse. It's
I've seen it.
It's a
Yeah,
two-hander with him and Willem Dafoe.
It's a good movie. Yeah.
He can act. The kid can act. I can't wait.
I feel like it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be like a Joaquin Phoenix and the Joker.
It's going to be an offbeat thing that will catch us by surprise. And I
whole
guarantee
nother-
you, whatever's required of Robert Pattinson as an actor, he'll fucking deliver. He'll do it, dude.
It's probably going to do a lot good because a lot of people are expecting it to be bad.
Exactly.
So
And I hope they fucking keep underestimating him right up until the fucking showtime. And I'll bet that movie, I can't wait. Fucking COVID.
What's the
dude.
premise of it? Like,
I
where
have
are we
no
at
idea.
timeline?
I have
okay,
no idea.
nothing.
Yeah,
So
I
we don't
don't
know
know.
if it's like.
I have no idea.
Okay.
You know, I was just talking to my old lady today about my guilty pleasure Batmans, the fucking Schumacher Batmans. Schumacher directed two Batmans. It was Batman and Robin and Batman Forever.
Oh
you
no!
know,
George
you know
Clooney.
the ones: George Clooney, Val Kilmer,
Val
fucking
Kilmer.
Arnold,
Classics.
fucking Schwarzenegger here.
Dude,
I'm
I
talking
can't-
fucking Jim Carrey here. Okay, I loved it when they came
Uma
out because I was a
Thurman.
kid. The Uma Thurman, and then as I became more of a serious, I wanted to be a filmmaker. I fucking like, oh god, those films are a joke. And then now I'm in like my late 30s, and I'm like, oh my god, I love them.
Really?
I'll watch them like
Just nerd
the
out
fucking
on 'em.
cheese, dude. Tommy Lee Jones is Two-Face, bro.
Yes.
How
the
can
Batmobile wings are flopping
They
because
were
it's
pretty
so
bad.
fucking
It was
shitty.
pretty shitty. I'll give it that. That's why they're my guilty pleasure Batmans.
I
And
like the
everything-
Batman and Robin.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Everything was like it was like they almost went to Hot Topic and was like, we're gonna make a movie out of everything we find in here. That
It was
is
like-
UV light, fucking.
It was like they built the Batmobile out of those fucking. You remember when you would buy like a model car and it came in like a wire plastic thing? You had to like poke all the pieces.
Yeah,
out?
of course.
Like,
It was built out of that.
It's like a big version of that. Like
Exactly.
it's this fucking Batwing at it. Click, click it together. It's like a clip on.
A snap.
Yeah,
snap tight.
snap tight.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna sue somebody.
Fuck. That was the part where I was like, fuck, because it was pretty early on in the movie when you see the Batmobile turn the corner and it's like, and then you
And
see
those
the
wings are a little-
wings just like they're getting ready to fall
They're
off.
gonna fall off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I can't do it anymore.
So that is something that filmmakers deal with on the constant, is because I guarantee you the director fucking hates that shot.
Probably.
You know what I mean? So
look at this shit.
Terry Gilliam is a British dude. He was in all the Monty Python shits from the fucking, Monty Python and the Holy Grail and fucking The Meaning of Life. He went on to direct The 12 Monkeys, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, shit like that. So I saw
Good shit.
Yeah, real good shit. So I was watching some behind the scenes of The 12 Monkeys. And when they've got Bruce Willis up in that chair and that big like ball comes out on the arms and it's got all the cameras.
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
sides, like when it stops, it does this.
Yeah.
shakes a little bit.
I notice it every time.
Terry Gilliam loathes.
He wants
that.
to
He's
fucking punch himself in the face.
I couldn't get them to fucking get it like
To stop.
and
Without-
not like. And it's like, what are you're dealing with the laws of physics, Terry
Right.
Gilliam. It weighs a fucking 1,000 pounds. What do you want it to do? But yeah, filmmakers are always dealing with that, and
They're just having to deal with real world shit.
yeah, dude, it's like the laws of physics won't allow you to put this big fucking fake ass wing on this fucking car
And turn a corner and go
look
over a
good.
bump. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it can't hit a bump. Yeah. I don't
Fuck
know.
that
You must have hit a
Batmobile.
bump. The gun went off, man. What the fuck happened? Oh man, I accidentally shot Marvin in the face.
Like, how many people seen it before it like came out though on
So that's
VHS?
my whole thing is when I see like really bad mistakes, I go, fuck. You know
Intentional.
how many people? Yeah, it's most of the time it's either intentional or it was literally like so many times it had been tried or whatever, and everybody is like, we are like, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
It's going in.
and that's
It's gonna
from
be
the
$7 costs too
fucking
much to
director of
fix it.
photography to the directors. The producers notice it on the dailies because they're always watching footage to manage the fucking production. It's the fucking editor. Oh god, editing film is the worst because you see it all. Like you see everything. The editor had to watch that floppy piece of shit like 80 times.
Yeah.
Like just, and that's not it. That's
Are
not to
you
watch
sure
the
we
movie.
need this
Like,
Batmobile shot?
yeah, dude. Like, do we even? Are you sure we need a Batmobile in this one? Because this one's kind of a piece of shit.
So why do you think there was the Starbucks cup in Game of Thrones?
I don't know.
I feel like
I haven't
they
done
had
any
to have
research on
thrown
it.
that in there just for the
Because
fun.
Yeah, I don't-
Starbucks existed in the time it was filmed.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's because somebody
Right
had
next to the
Starbucks.
goblets.
My favorite's when you got like that bowl of cereal that keeps filling up and going out like each cut. It's like, how many bowls of cereal did you
It's
always-
really hard to do. So when you're filming people eating, there's like generally, like I'm saying, there's a continuity guy or like a script supervisor, and they're like, "Oh, was the bowl of nuts full, or how full was it? Like, oh, which so
there's a guy to like control that
Which
stuff?
hand did he have the table on? Which hand did he have on the table? Like
Watching that,
yeah.
yeah.
There's a person watching all
Yeah.
that shit. So
I always watch the cigarettes.
yeah.
I always
And they'll
watch.
be long, short, long, short. Yeah, dude,
Right.
and if you see any clocks,
Yeah.
usually clocks are
Oh,
doing funky
yeah.
shit throughout. You're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Wow, they've been sitting here for 3 hours. Wow.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, it'll be
That one.
back and
I think
forth.
they
back
would
and
just
forth.
turn them
finding
off.
that little
Just turn the
things.
clock off. You don't have to worry about
Or
it.
just paste a big fucking piece of green paper on the front of it, and then in
yeah.
editing,
Make
fucking
it
put
whatever
a face
time you
clock
want.
on there. Yeah,
There you go.
Continuity. Yeah,
Yeah.
No way.
So there's a guy that he's supposed to watch all that shit.
Yeah,
and
the
he's
script
kind of like,
supervisor.
hey, this is fucked up.
Yeah, I'm seeing. There's so many jobs on set. I've been doing it 4 years, and I've been in charge of like 40 people, and I've been in charge of like 6 people, and I still don't even know all of it because I that's sad to say, but I think it's the scripty. The script supervisor is the man or woman, the guy or girl who just keeps track of the consistency of everything, like exactly what's been done. Because a lot of times you've got a script and you'll go off script, so they've got to like mark lines and keep track of like where we went off by how much and like every little thing is taken into account. Because if they don't, the fucking editor will have to spend like a month just going through footage and like logging it, deciding what it is. If it's not already like, if you don't take care of all that shit through from pre-production to shooting to editing, the editor will have such a fucking nightmare going through. I mean, some of these, and especially on these big sets, they'll end up with like 400 hours of footage.
Are there names in the credits so we could like troll them on social media if they screw up?
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like, who's in charge of this?
You missed that cup of coffee.
That
That's
fucking
all we
script
need is-
supervisor. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. The script super. Everybody
Getting
should
death
have
threats and
credits.
stuff for leaving a Starbucks cup in the scene.
Yep.
There were so many people upset about that.
There really were. I thought it was fucking awesome.
I kind of heard about it,
let-
but I didn't know it was that big of a deal.
Let you
It
know
happened
it's,
twice.
Yeah,
it's film.
Oh, shit. That's funny. I love this scene. I love the movie Napoleon Dynamite. Like,
Hell
I
yeah.
fucking love
Jared
it. So,
Hess.
yes. But Uncle Rico, you know he was a vegan?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I didn't. The actor who
Uh-huh.
plays. Okay.
Okay, so the actor that plays Uncle Rico is
That's
a vegan.
steak.
And he constantly is eating fucking steak and like some shitty looking steak throughout the
Some
film.
really dicey steak.
Yes.
Beyond.
So what he was doing is he would
Beyond steak.
cut the chunks like you would see in the movie. He would cut the big old chunks, fucking throw it, and you'd see him chewing, and he's arguing with Kip, right? He's
Yeah.
arguing with him about getting a job or what he's going to do around here, and he's always chewing on the steak. Well, he would just spit it out. Like, he would chew on it, but he would, like, take a napkin and spit it out.
Yeah.
There's a scene in it where you can see him literally, they're sitting on the front porch eating steak. So he, like, leans over to the middle of the steak. His plate of steak is in between them. He's cutting it off, throws it in. And then there's a scene where you can see him take his paper towel, his napkin, and he goes this, and he does the turnaround thing, and then sets it behind her. Yeah, I fucking love those little things.
Love it. Yeah. I will. I plan on putting little shit like that in all my films.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Little
always,
Easter eggs to
little
find
Easter
here.
eggs and like intentional little fuck ups. I want to always have like underhand, like referencing my favorite artists or their work and shit.
course.
But also I want to throw in like a few intentional mistakes.
Of course.
If
Okay.
for nobody else than for my mom, because when we were kids growing up, my mom would like
She was the
pause the
person
fucking
to
movie
find it.
and like rewind. It's like we haven't even seen this movie. No, but look, no, they did this. I'm like, oh,
Look,
man.
there's a plane in Troy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Was there a plane in Troy?
Yeah.
What?
There's all sorts of stuff. Oh man, there's all sorts of
That's
stuff.
awesome.
Plane in the sky.
Yeah, there's on.
Weren't they on an
big
island?
Hollywood film sets. There's
In Greece.
huge mistakes all the time.
There's a plane in Murdy Gnomes.
Which one's that?
The Perfect Circle album.
Oh, okay,
They recorded
okay.
that in their garage. So
Nice.
anyway, we're going way out.
Nice.
We got on planes.
So what?
There's a plane. Oh yeah, look at that shit. He brought it up. I'm seeing it right here.
Damn.
Like over his shoulder, you can see a fucking
Okay,
747.
Oh,
flying
you know,
over
I think
the
I've seen
top.
the pictures.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That
I
is
can't
crazy.
believe it.
Yeah.
So I listen to a lot of metal, and I listen to a lot of classical. I listen to a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Lately, like right now, I'm stuck on Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, bro. It's fucking me up. And you know the one, it goes dun 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 dun.
The one that's on every
yeah.
Dell
dun
computer.
dun dun dun. Okay, yeah. Yeah, dude. That whole like fucking 30-minute symphony is like fucking me up right now, bro. Like I'm literally not listening to anything else right now. I
Yeah.
just like when it's done, I press play again, and I'm just like, holy fuck.
So what I heard,
Somebody wrote this.
yeah, right. A deaf guy, right? Wrote that.
Beethoven, supposedly, yeah.
Yeah.
He was if I'm not mistaken, now I'm not a historian, but if I remember correctly, he was a little boy running to get on a train, like for, I don't know, maybe like work or something. And the conductor, like he wasn't going to he's got his arms full. The conductor reached down and picked him up by his ears to get him on the train.
Okay.
And like that, and it damaged
And
his
it fucked
fucking
him
ears.
up.
Yeah. So I think he wasn't, I'm sure, 100% deaf. They said that he would lay his head on the piano to like feel the vibrations
Right.
of the different, but like it amplifies it. If you're playing a guitar and you put your ear against it, you know, it'll amplify it.
Well,
I'm
you
sure
can
he wasn't
hear
100% deaf. you
Right.
know.
Yeah,
And
he went
he has
100% deaf at age 44.
You're looking it up. I love
Yeah.
this guy, dude.
Yeah, but he was like, it was pretty much it started at age 28. It says.
So he wasn't picked up by a train. He wasn't picked up by his ears.
I don't know about that yet. I'll get there.
Okay. Okay.
No, but it says it didn't start till 28.
His hearing loss.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've been
When did I wonder when it was wrote?
progressing.
When what is the name of the symphony? The
Fifth.
fifth.
His fifth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think
bro.
his fifth
Look it up.
symphony
Come on, fast
came
fingers.
out in 1809.
what is it?
1808.
1808.
Dude, even like that close, I'm pretty fucking amazed that you got it.
I like Beethoven, bro.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I've been studying the Fifth Symphony.
So what you have posted up on your social media, is that something that you replayed? Like you re-recorded that by
Oh,
like
the
you,
thing I emailed
you covered
you?
it basically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, you emailed it. It's not
I
on
got
there.
some
Okay.
recording software
Yeah.
to try to teach myself how to basically just create music without any instrument. Like
Okay.
I just create a MIDI track, and then I go into the MIDI editor and I create notes with my fucking mouse, click click, and then I drag them out, put them where they need to go, how
In the time signature.
soft or
Yeah.
heavy they are,
Uh-huh.
and then I just added
All the layers.
bro. Yeah,
There's so many layers
I think
in that shit.
thing. I basically tried to recreate little portions, like one little portion of Beethoven's Fifth, just to kind of like teach myself the software.
Okay.
There's got to be like, I think probably 100 instruments in there in the recording that I did.
Okay.
And a lot of the notes are wrong. I know that, but I was really just trying to
Dude,
teach
it
myself the
sounded awesome.
software. It was so much fun.
What software are you using?
Reaper.fm.
Okay.
So Reaper.fm is not free, but you can trial it for 60 days. And then at the end of that, I think it's like $90 for a lifetime. And the shit is legitimate. I would definitely love to plug Reaper FM. And then the BBC, BBC, the British broadcast. I think so. BBC. So if
BBC One.
there you go. So their website has
BBC.
a free plugin for all of the fucking orchestral instruments. You just have to sign up, and then they send it to you 2 weeks later. I'm still waiting for that, but they'll give you like free plugins for and I attach them to Reaper.
Nice.
And then just kind of fucking going from there. It's been a lot of fun. I just started fucking with it like last week.
So you don't use GarageBand?
No,
That's my favorite.
there you go.
You know on GarageBand,
He
you
laughed. Does that mean something?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what GarageBand is.
Oh,
can,
okay.
GarageBand is a
GarageBand is like,
DAW that comes with MacBooks.
Okay.
it's like Paint Shop to Photoshop.
Okay. See. Oh, you're talking Mac. Okay.
Yeah.
I wish I.
So
then I'm-
GarageBand, it has a feature on there where you can actually do sheet music. So if you have the sheet music of Symphony 5
If
or
it's-
Fifth Symphony,
yeah,
you
if-
could put the sheet
If
music.
it's for Mac, I'm sure it's legit. I'm fucking poor, so I've never worked with Mac really. I
They just
work with
really
PC.
dumbed it down. Anybody could kind of learn.
That's
to use
nice,
it.
While
though.
I'm sitting
That's
here with
really
two
cool.
Macs. Fuck.
Damn,
pretty neat.
Fancy pants. Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
You want one?
You want a Mac?
You want a Mac? Number
Like
one at
Oprah,
McDonald's.
you get a Mac.
You want a Mac?
You get a Mac.
Number
Yeah,
one.
you want a Mac? You want a kiss?
Like you want a
Mac
Mac?
You want to
makeup?
make out?
Okay.
If you look under your chair,
Yeah.
you'll
Oh,
see
there's
the
a Mac.
2021 MacBook Pro.
Fucking Oprah.
It's just a
Fucking
picture.
Ellen
though.
showed up.
Yeah.
It's just a picture.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. If you look under your chair, that was good.
That's a goal.
No, that was
That's
Oprah.
fucking
Isn't that
funny.
Oprah?
So am I allowed to talk about my kids real quick?
You can
Yeah,
talk
okay,
about
so,
whatever you
so
want.
my son I named him after Dimebag Daryl, like
Okay.
a couple years before he was shot to death. So his
That's
name's
badass.
Daryl, obviously. Daryl Abbott Ross. He is like 17. He just got his first car and his license. He's been working
yeah, dude.
since he was like 14. He's a badass guitarist and songwriter.
Okay.
When he turns 18, I think as of right now, his plan is to move back home. He lives in California, right? I raised him, so he's like all me.
Yeah.
And then like after he graduates, he's been with his mom, in California for a couple years. He wants to graduate and come back out here, so I'm stoked to see him. And then my 13-year-old daughter is a fucking painter in Colorado, and she just sold her first painting. It shipped. The lady paid for the shipping and everything to ship it to fucking Michigan.
Dude.
And she plays the ukulele and she's taking guitar lessons. Both my kids are fucking
Sounds
amazing.
Islander.
Yeah. I do
You
have
just
kids
fucking
that I don't
chip
get to
off the
see.
old block,
There you
man.
go, dude. They
Dude.
all are. Genes are strong. So like I do have kids that I can't see, and that's because you know how the situation goes. It's very unfortunate, but I hope to have a relationship with them one day. But I'm proud as fuck of my kids that I have raised, and they're just awesome.
Dude,
people.
that sounds fun.
Yeah,
dude.
dude. I know you guys are all proud of your
shit.
kids.
Of
and shit.
course.
Yeah, hell
Yeah.
dude. You got
Got
dope
that
kids, dude.
artistic gene.
They're okay.
Yeah,
I'm
for
proud
sure.
of your kids.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, I'm
sounds awesome.
very stoked. Yeah,
So 13 sold her first painting.
yeah. She
Yeah,
sold her first
badass.
painting. Yeah, it was copyrighted material, so she can't do that too many times.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But she was excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but she did a Rick and Morty painting.
Okay.
It was Rick, Morty, and Noob. It's
Okay.
fucking awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
super
fun.
fucking stoked.
Dude, you 13 years old, you get a pass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
For
super stoked. Yeah. So both my kids are pretty rad artists, and I just love watching them grow up. They're amazing people too.
I love that, dude.
Yeah,
I love
fuck
it.
yeah.
I can see it.
I've so I guess it's implied that I have had a few relationships. I've known some real crazy women, and I've known some super awesome women.
Mhm.
Fucking dude, isn't that a whole ride?
Is that kind of part of being in the film industry?
No. That's part of being a fucking
man.
crazy asshole who, like, I don't know why. I just, like, for the longest time attracted, like, super crazy women. Like, really crazy women. Like, wow. Did you sell your soul to the devil, like, right at birth, or did you learn to do that, like, over time?
It was punishment, man. It was just like get it out of the way now, so that way it can be like a smooth sailing ride on the way out.
Yep. And I've been with my old lady now for 3 years. She's easily
Dude,
the
she
raddest
seems
chick.
rad.
Yeah, she's easily the raddest chick I've ever been with. So that's fun. And I think after all the nightmares, it's like real easy to put up with a normal person's shit. Like, oh, you're just like a normal person. Okay.
When are you gonna beat me up?
Right. You're not gonna like freak out, like stab me with a fork or anything. Like, okay, fuck.
That's how you know when you found the right one.
The right one.
She's not chasing you down the hallway.
That's how you know
With a
you're.
fork.
That's how you know you're dating a Hispanic
like-
woman. I had a thing for Latinas in my 20s, bro, and I've dodged a lot of fucking kicks and swings.
Call their brothers over.
Oh Lord, dude, I like that.
That's right.
I like your little compilation video of a girl now shoving her feet in your face every time you're trying to smoke a bowl.
That's my old lady. Yeah. So I had an idea when I was doing Pothead Potheads for a bit, like where I smoke a joint out of a foot. We'll call it foot fetish.
Mhm.
So
It was good.
I tell my old lady about the bit like weeks before we're ready to shoot. And I swear to God, I can't fucking smoke after that without her trying to fucking, and I'm like, dude, we're not like, I'm not even so fucking, yeah.
We're not doing it yet.
and
This
then-
isn't the bit.
And then I did smoke a joint out of her foot, and it turns out that your fingers are real like calloused from all the work, but it still gets like real hot even for your fingers.
Mhm.
It was like killer on her toes.
She was a trooper, dude.
Yeah, she did. She didn't have a choice, bro.
Yeah.
I fucking held her foot there. She
Yeah.
was fucking burning and screaming. But I smoked the joint out of that foot.
How's your leg though? How's your thigh when you dropped your cherry on it?
Dude, I dropped the cherry and it was down there. You see the
I
footage.
saw
It's
it was
down there
for a long
so
time.
long,
I'm like,
dude.
oh fuck,
Yeah.
because you put a caption like drop cherry like in
3,
2, 1,
'cause
bloop, and you see it fall.
Obviously, when I'm recording, I have no idea.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm watching the footage and then I go, God, that fucking fell like
A long time ago.
20, 30 seconds. You know, like holy shit. We have a new couch. we got a new couch.
Is that bad, huh?
No, actually, it was just a really shitty couch. There was actually no burn. The burn was on my balls, but it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did burn the fuck out of me.
That was it's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, I felt like the dude in
Oh,
the Big
shit.
Lebowski.
When are you gonna find out? Because I'm watching it like,
And
dude,
I'm
you
just
gotta
talking
know.
away.
You're
I'm
going,
just talking away, dumbass Dustin. Oh, and I'm like,
Oh,
fuck, I'm burning my fucking self. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun times. If if you like stupid weed shit, go to the weedtube.com and look up Pothead Potheads. There's 3 episodes.
dude,
Lots
the
of
ones
fun.
are cool. So where do you find the guys that are you finding homeless guys, just random dudes off the
Okay,
street?
so you're talking about the random act of budness.
Yes, that.
Yeah, so
I love that show.
we go to like a convenience store or grocery store and we get a grocery bag full of food, water. Sometimes it's regretful that I'm like, I can't find like real good food. So I have to get like bullshit snacks, you know,
Okay.
like there was one time I had to give a guy like donuts and fucking chips and shit, you know?
Okay.
And it's like, yeah, it's part of the bit. It's like stoner food, but I felt bad for like not giving him a fucking sandwich or something, you know?
Yeah.
But, so I roll 2 joints and I get a bag of food and we go find a homeless person who wants to smoke and interview about life on the road and fucking how it is to be homeless. And I smoke one of the joints with them and I send them away with the other one and a fucking bag of food.
That's
and
so
we bullshit
rad.
for a little bit. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It looks fun. It
Yeah,
looks cool.
So I actually was just driving and I saw the kid that I interviewed on episode 2 who had like just gotten out of jail. He was a really nice kid, or maybe actually I think it was episode 3. Anyways, and I saw him like years later. I'm like, that's that fucking guy.
No
Oh, no
shit.
shit.
That's
Still
cool.
fucking hoofing
Still,
it out there.
yeah.
Still, he was a lot thinner when I saw him more recently. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, that
Son
sucks.
of a bitch.
Well, your
They
bag
got
of your snack lunch only stretches so far.
Yeah, exactly.
Dustin.
Yeah, and he said when I had interviewed him all those years ago, they had just gotten out of jail, so you know they're eating.
Oh, yeah,
you
high
know.
calorie
and then
content.
they kick him out, you know, and he's like back to the homeless diet. So
What do I do?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I feel really bad for all the guys, but a lot of them, it seems, that's their lifestyle. Maybe they ate one too many magic mushrooms and realized that society's a bunch of
Doesn't
bullshit and
matter.
everybody can fucking eat a dick, you know?
I'm just gonna
and
do
I
my
can't
thing.
even pretend like there's not some part of me that doesn't get that. I could never do it, but
It'd be rough,
you know,
bro.
but yeah, but I get it.
be
For
rough.
sure, I get it. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
that's really rad.
I have a lot of fun hanging out with those motherfuckers, and
It inspired me to think about maybe doing something like that
it's a
on
lot
this
of
show
fun,
as
dude.
well.
Yeah,
Like maybe
dude,
bring a dude on.
an outreach. Yeah, just
Just
have an
'cause
episode about
How is that not going to be a good story? How's
Right.
that not going to be a good
dude,
conversation?
They all have, like, the
you know?
craziest-
Oh,
but the trick is to find one that's genuine but coherent, because
Right.
the one I think in episode 2 you couldn't even understand what he was saying,
yeah.
bro. Like saying like the
He was toast.
craziest shit, just absolutely toast. But did you
It was
see the
still
look
good
on his
footage.
face when I pulled the weed
It
out, dude?
glowed.
He fucking like celebrated. He was like so happy, dude. And that I can understand more than anything,
Yeah,
because
right.
we've only been doing this for just like 40 minutes, and I already need to go smoke a joint.
Yeah.
Did he feel like Ozai and Aang?
Dude, you want to talk about that, don't you?
little bit.
Holy
I saw
shit,
your
dude!
Facebook.
The Last Airbender, The Last Airbender is not M. Night Shyamalan's
Oh no,
film. No wonder he got fucking death threats over that piece of shit.
it was whack.
Yeah, fuck that film.
I was
Anyways,
disappointed.
and I'm sorry for all the cast and crew that had their hopes up to recreate like one of the more amazing stories ever told,
Yeah.
and then ended up with this fucking goofy piece of shit. But yeah, dude, Avatar: The Last Airbender that came out on Nickelodeon like fucking 15 years ago,
Yeah.
is one of the better stories ever told. I mean, they start off as children and, you know, it ends up the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they're fucking going from, you know, the water benders, you know, going from fucking with droplets of water to summoning fucking tidal waves to destroy their fucking enemies. You know, it's an incredible story. Anybody who hasn't watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, get the fuck on it, because it's on Netflix. It will kick your ass.
Nice.
Not the movie.
No,
Not the movie.
And I respect some of M. Night Shyamalan's films, but if you listen in M. Night, fuck you for that.
Listening to him. What do you mean?
If he ever hears this.
Oh, right.
If M. Night ever
I see.
hears this podcast, fuck you.
Okay.
I loved a lot of your films,
That
bro.
Well, he made Glass, right?
Shots fired.
Yeah, he did Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did
That was a great
Signs.
movie.
He
Or
did
was
The
it- dude,
Village.
these guys-
He
Final
did
Destination?
fucking The Devil, the one in the elevator. He's done a lot of really cool
Yeah.
films.
He did the Airbender.
Unbreakable. Yeah, but
Yeah, I was
then
disappointed he did the Airbender.
But then he did.
Where did
the
he
Airbender.
fuck up the Airbender? Like, where did he fuck it up so bad for
It's
you?
like
From the pronunciation of the name,
dude, it's all of it.
to
It's
trying
like-
to find
okay,
a source for
so
bending.
Remember when I said it's all about the lenses and the angles?
Yep.
So like the lenses and the angles that they used, I would say were more online for like a kid's TV show. The lighting, okay, was more online for like a kid's. It looked like a fucking episode of Hannah Montana. You know,
Really?
It
No
really
shit,
did.
really?
It really did. It was like cheese ball, like it was on purpose.
Yeah, I like
like
Hannah Montana.
so do I, but I ain't
Me
trying
too.
to fucking not for the last Airbender.
I gotta watch this.
Well, my kids liked Hannah Montana, but you know, fucking anyways, that film, that film was a piece of shit for a lot of reasons, and I did hear that he received death threats over it.
Oh, wow.
Because the last
Poor
Airbender,
guy.
the Avatar: The Last Airbender has a pretty avid following.
And he cut out the Kyoshi Warriors.
Shut the see. I never even seen the movie.
Yeah,
I
it
made
was a
it 10
deleted
minutes
scene.
in, and I was like, "Fuck
Fuck
this."
this.
Fuck
He cut him
this.
out
I
of
never-
it.
See, now I'm gonna write
And
him
it's a
death
deleted
threat.
scene, and it was the best
10
one.
years later, this motherfucker's still getting death threats.
Dude, the Kyoshi Warriors are badass.
Dude, those fucking chicks. Yeah, dude, you can't just cut the Kyoshi Warriors out, bro. Yeah, so M. Night, if you're hearing this, fuck you. Thanks for signs. Go fuck yourself.
Damn it.
Thanks for
Damn. You know, he had to have been like, he knew it was a risk when he did it.
I think his problem is that his kids were really big fans of the show, of the cartoon. So he wanted to make them something that they could watch. When the cartoon, it has its goofy moments, but it has like this really dark underlying like feel. Like you could go real dark with it in cinematic form, in live action, and it would have been like an amazing film. But I really feel like he just wanted to make a goofy like kids movie instead of like, fuck, bro, you took like the best story ever told and squandered it.
It's like
Yeah.
kind of pieced it to, almost like took, like
You just pissed it away.
I was
Took this wonderful opportunity, and that was probably at the time it was the greatest cinematic letdown of my life, because I had anticipated that film for like 2.5 years before it came out. It was my favorite story at the time, one of my favorite directors, and just waiting for that film to come out, and then like turning it on in the first 10 minutes, I was like, double fuck this. You got to be fucking kidding me.
you know what? So I liked the movie. I watched it, but I didn't
Last
know.
Airbender?
Yeah, I didn't.
Right.
I didn't know any of the
If
shit
you had-
before it. So it was.
right.
I thought it was a fucking great movie.
I'm sure if that's your only reference point,
Yep.
it's not too shabby, but if you watch the cartoon, it fucking decimates it.
But
bro.
I don't remember it being like a Nickelodeon like based. I mean, it looking like it was filmed in Universal Studios, like
Yeah, I mean,
or
so
like
I guess,
Orlando. I mean,
yeah, it's just I don't know. But if when you watch okay, so here's another thing behind the psychology of filmmaking. Sometimes the audience doesn't know why they don't like it. They just don't fucking like it.
Okay.
And that's like straight up, dude. I can point out that I didn't like the lighting or the camera angles or the lenses that they
I didn't
were
think the
using.
casting matched.
The casting definitely didn't match at all. I think they should have made an Asian film.
Yeah.
And it would have been fucking dope, bro. Like if you would have had, and I really feel bad for brain farting his name, but the director of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, bro, if like that motherfucker would have took on Avatar: The Last Airbender, like
Yeah, it'd been
Dunzo, mic drop. Because Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is like one of the dopest martial arts films ever. And it's like got so many, if you've never seen it, watch the movie because it's fucking badass.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's not just about kung fu. It's like a love story, and it's a fucking like a film about honor and fucking tradition. It's a really deep film with also some of the dope, like a lot of the actors are actual martial artists doing all of their own choreography, their own stunts, and like fucking shit up. It's badass. Yeah, I love the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
And I wish that they would have gone more that tone with it instead of real bright and light and airy.
And it took forever to throw a rock.
Yeah, for real, dude. And firebenders had to have like a fire
ignition.
Firebenders create fire, motherfucker. That's what they do. They're firebenders. Didn't you watch the cartoon?
The cartoon, they made it out of their breath.
Yeah, it was, dude, you fucking just like, you can create, it's the fucking energy of the sun.
Yeah.
But then like M. Night's or somebody on M. Night's production crew who had a bunch of money into it was like, what if
we had a big lighter involved?
Yeah, what if they needed a fire to stand? And M. Night, who knows? He was like, damn it, like that really doesn't. They're like, come on, we're gonna pull our funding. You know, you never know who's making these decisions. You know,
hey, Toph was the shit though.
In the film,
no, in the cartoon.
In the cartoon, Toph is the shit. Did you ever see when they
she metal bends?
Yeah, she discovers metal bending as a form of earth bending. Did you see the fucking mashup they did of Korn's song "Blind" to like Toph fucking shit up?
Oh,
yeah, look up Toph. Korn Blind on YouTube, and it's this badass video to Korn's Blind, and it's just like
she's a blind earthbender.
She's a blind earthbender who runs around barefoot and uses the vibrations in her feet to like
know where
she can
she's
see
going.
where she's at. Like she uses that, and she's like a badass fucking kung fu master, fucking earthbender.
That'll make Tim watch it.
Yeah, dude,
it'll get him into it.
Dude,
and this is all based off of a Nickelodeon cartoon.
A fucking cartoon on Nickelodeon,
check
bro.
This out. That sounds badass. It sounds fun to watch.
You see that? I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah, look at you.
I'm getting goosebumps just talking.
Dude, that's legit.
It's literally like one of my favorite like events.
And the
to
artwork
watch.
is pretty good.
Yeah, dude. It's really, like sometimes it gets a little funny and silly, but it's few and far between, and it's like deep storylines, bro. Like real deep shit.
Does every episode carry from the next, or is it
absolutely?
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
Okay,
so it's a whole journey.
Yeah, and they call them books. Each season is a book.
Okay,
so there's book one.
Yeah, each season is an element.
Book 2 and book 3. Yeah, book 1 is water. Book 2 is earth, and book 3 is fire. So there's
3 seasons.
And there's in this world there's earthbenders, airbenders, waterbenders, and firebenders.
Okay.
And they're their own like separate nations. Okay. Now there's one
that
avatar.
Lived in harmony.
Yeah, that lived in harmony until the Fire Nation attacked. So then
yeah, that's real.
Take it easy, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, that's real shit. So
that's the intro on the cartoon.
Okay.
I'm Morgan Freeman. So then there's the avatar who can do all 4 elements. He's like the peacekeeper of the earth, right? And he can bend all 4 elements, and he fucks shit up. And one day the avatar disappears for 100 years.
12-year-old kid.
Yeah. So every time the avatar dies, he's reincarnated into the next nation in the cycle. If he was a waterbender before, he'd be an airbender this time. In his next life, he'd be a firebender. You know,
and this only one individual does that.
One individual per lifetime bends all 4 elements.
Oh wow!
And then for their whole life, and then when they die, they're reincarnated into another element.
Over.
But they learn how to master the avatar state and bend all the elements. And so this kid, so the avatar dies, and this kid is born, and he's like 12. They don't usually tell whoever's the avatar that they are the avatar until they're 16, so they can kind of deal with it.
And they got to take a test.
But a war breaks out, so they got to tell him early. They tell him when he's 12, and he freaks out and runs away and fucking gets encapsulated in this fucking ice fucking ball
as an avatar, you
for
can't have a
100
life.
years. So he wakes up 100 years later, and the Fire Nation has fucked up the whole world, and he's got to fucking save the world from the Fire Nation. That's episode 1, bro. Like, dope shit. Like I said, I can't even fucking talk.
Dude.
Thank you for bringing that up. It's one of the dopest stories ever told.
And the one who caused the war was best friends with the last avatar.
Yeah, the Fire Lord who fucking was like, fuck this, I'm going to...
Who became somebody's like grandpa, like they ended up being like related through marriage down the line.
No, dude, the whole thing, it's a brilliant story.
Yeah.
And then M. Night fucked it up. I'm so bitter if you can't tell. I can't even talk about it.
I'm gonna let that
I'm
down.
I'm gonna find it. If I
bad.
ever meet him, oh God, I'll
watch the
just
cartoon and then watch the movie again.
So if me and Tim were to start watching this, watch the The cartoon, the one that's
Watch the cartoon
came
for
out
sure.
on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix right now. The whole series,
the
the
whole
cartoon.
series.
Yeah,
It's three.
it's
Three seasons? How many episodes per
like
season?
20.
Oh,
to
good.
24.
Oh, shit, okay.
It's
And then watch the film after, and then you'll see the.
You'll be upset.
it's a joke.
We'll see.
The
We'll be
film
upset.
is like
They took so
this
much
is
out
fucking
in between
shenanigans,
to
bro.
create
It's
the
a
movie.
fucking play shit.
Yeah.
But don't let that take away from the fucking badassery that dude's done.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I really admired The Village. I thought it was a really cool concept.
Insane.
And I loved Signs. It was really fucking well done.
He made The Sixth Sense.
He did The Sixth Sense. Yep. I See
The
Dead
Happening.
People.
Unbreakable.
It's like the most one of the most quotable film lines in history. I see dead people. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
What was that fucking one though? I'm been sitting here. I'm looking at his laptop trying to figure out because he had him brought up on Wikipedia, but I'm trying to figure out what that fucking movie was where it had oh man, I almost had it. Basically, this like apartment manager.
Lady in the Water.
That's the one. That's fucking
Yeah,
weird, dude.
so,
I was
yeah,
tripping
it
out
was
on
such
that.
a weird
Like,
movie. So M. Night Shyamalan said in an interview that Paul Giamatti was the greatest actor he had
he's
ever
so
worked
fucking
with.
good.
Yeah, and he really
He is
fucking killed
really
it in
good.
that movie,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, I love that movie actually.
It's
The
a
apartment full
trip.
of guys, the apartment full of stoner guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're all sitting around smoking, trying to come up with the next catchphrase.
Yeah.
Baby's on the half tip. He's like, there you go. There you go. Baby's on the half tip. Me and my brother always say that all the fucking time. But baby's on the half tip.
That was it. That movie was a
That's a
fucking
really,
trip, dude.
So that's I want to say I don't want to misspeak. I think it's a Chinese like a
Folklore,
like a
right?
folklore, yeah, that he straight turned into this fucking real movie. Like
Yeah.
it's like a real
shit.
bedtime story that fucking people used to tell their kids
Creepy.
to keep them to get them to behave and eat their fucking
Dude, if you
beans and
don't,
shit.
yeah, if you don't eat your rice, you're gonna be
That fucking
thing's gonna
wolf,
get you.
That wolf is gonna. All them monkeys are gonna come fuck you up.
Yeah, dude, that was a trip.
Grass monkeys and
He's-
grass
he's
wolves and
good.
shit. Twig wolves and grass monkeys.
Dude, when the fucking mail
Creepy
truck drove
motherfucker.
up in the village, what? Did your mind not fucking just like explode?
Right. Yep. There you go.
Dude, I was like,
Yep.
what the fuck?
Yeah, The Village was a really good one. And Adrian Brody, who played the simpleton.
Yeah.
Adrian Brody
He
killed
did a really
that
good
fucking,
job.
Yeah. So speaking of Adrian Brody, one of my
You never got full retard.
and he did and didn't almost like he did and I don't know. I still love that performance. But Adrian Brody did a film with damn it. Anyways,
King Kong?
no. It's called The Brothers Bloom. So it's a film in the early 2000s. Damn it! I can't believe it's the Hulk who plays not Ralph Macchio, the Hulk.
Ed Norton?
No, the newest one, the current one.
Ruffalo.
Mark
Yes,
Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Thank you. And I didn't have to look
did it.
accessing that data. And who said weed is bad for your memory? Yeah. All right. So,
Dude.
Yeah. So fucking Mark Ruffalo and Adrian Brody starred in a movie called The Brothers Bloom, and it's about two con men.
Okay.
Really, really fucking good movie. Watch it. It's really well written. And then that writer director just recently did Knives Out.
Okay.
That is a pretty fucking dope movie. It's got Daniel Craig, the 007 guy. You know, he plays a detective, and it's got like fucking Jamie Lee Curtis. It's got Don fucking Johnson. It's a really well fucking written movie. Like, damn, it's good.
Knives Out.
Okay. Yeah,
I've tried it. I wasn't very focused on. I
It's
gotta
really,
try it
you
again.
gotta focus on, and
I
it's got such a like yuppie style to it that it can turn you off. But don't let that turn you off if you enjoy like real, like it's a detective. It's a fucking god honest whodunit.
Okay.
Like fuck, who murdered this
My
old
wife
man?
is like that. Plus, she's got a weird thing for Adrian Brody. I don't know why, but
Adrian Brody isn't in Knives Out, but have her watch The Brothers Bloom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
a
think
really
we've
good
seen
one.
that, actually.
Yeah, The Brothers Bloom's a good one. It made me consider taking up con artistry. No, it didn't, but you know that would be fun.
It would be fun.
It would be fun to just.
I'm not smart
it's
enough.
acting,
I'm not
right?
smart
You're
enough.
acting, except for you get paid more and you might go to prison. You know,
I'm not smart enough for that.
Right?
Dude.
I wouldn't mind more than one wife, though, right? Oh, it got real quiet. Oh, it got real quiet.
It all
wouldn't
like,
mind.
sounds like a great idea for like a split second. And you're like, wait.
Yeah.
As long as
I
they
was
can
just
all
kidding. That would be a fucking nightmare, dude. The wheels would fall off of that.
I can't
in a
even
week.
keep one happy.
Yeah,
bro.
the wheels would fall off of that in a
That
week.
sounds like
dude.
a lot of work.
That sounds like a lot of work. Didn't sound like a bad racket at the time for the dude, though.
I was
Fuck, he
a
was breaking
17, 18-year-old.
He's like, and everybody owes me money. Don't forget about that part.
I know, right? Dude.
Money and
Rent
bitches.
is due.
God said, money and bitches.
Yeah.
That's all mine.
Yeah.
Remember when God said, I get all your money and bitches?
Dude, the one that was the family that was being filmed. They had the reality show, and then they moved. They got kicked out of Utah or whatever.
I
and
don't
they moved
remember.
here.
I remember it, but I didn't
Mhm.
see any of the
They-
episodes.
Oh,
Yeah.
we watched it. My wife and I watched it, and
Okay.
then they moved here to Vegas, and the dude bought a whole cul-de-sac, and he had like
He's
the
just
4 or
running a
5, 6
compound.
wives. Built
It's
the
like
houses
Big Love
around
on
there.
HBO.
I don't know how the fuck he does it, dude, because he literally has like a kid and a woman pregnant at each and like any given time,
Damn.
putting up with sister wives, putting up
Dude.
with fucking
All those cravings. How you gonna shop for 9 pregnant women, homie?
no idea.
the
And
fuck?
each
Let them
wife
shop
has
for
8
themselves.
kids.
Lots of pickles and ice cream and shit.
My wife and I actually ran into 2 of them at like a
pretty
sushi
good.
spot here in town.
Pickles and pickled ice cream.
Pickled anchovy ice cream, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. With them and
You know,
M's.
somebody just
So
told me that.
VH1, where are they now? What does anybody know? Or are they just
Yeah, I don't.
no? They're still Mormon and fucking
They're
all each
still,
other.
yeah, they were. I know they were
You
going
can't
through
get
legal
kicked
issues.
out of Vegas, so
Yeah, you can't get kicked. I've tried for at least the last 4 years, and they won't kick me out. Yeah,
the homeless don't get kicked
they've
out.
got less of my money than they'd like. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. They're like, you haven't paid your dues, fucker.
Yeah, dude, I don't fucking gamble. Thank God. Life's enough of a gamble without me tossing
Yeah.
my money at stupid shit.
I like playing a little bit here and there. Like my wife and I, before this COVID bullshit,
Yeah.
we'd go. That'd be like a night out, like a once a month
I
thing.
can understand that. Yeah,
we'd
for sure.
go.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're going out to get rich. We're like, hey, we're gonna go on a date. You're gonna spend like $200-300, like going to a movie and doing the dinner and all that shit.
Right.
Or we'll go grab like a quick bite and we'll go and do the same thing, and then we'll go
Exactly.
play. You know, it's like,
Exactly.
but we weren't like fucking jonesing and fucking scratching our necks. being
Yeah, like
I can't
all
wait
got
to-
chasing the
I'm
next
gonna-
big win.
Yeah,
Dude,
I gotta pay my rent. Let's
Tim,
go to.
Tim and I grew up in Bullhead,
Oh,
right
yeah.
across the river from Laughlin. A lot of our friends, when they were old enough to get jobs, got jobs at the casinos across the river. And a lot of those friends, at least on my part, would gamble their whole fucking
whole
paychecks,
paycheck.
like the day they got it.
Yeah.
And like,
How?
how are you gonna? Never mind how you're gonna pay your rent. How you gonna go home and look your old lady in the face
Dude.
and be like, "Remember how I have money from working?" Nope.
Yeah, but he was so close to hitting that jackpot.
But you should have been there, babe. If I would have
Dude.
just had one more.
I hit the jackpot, but I put it
One
back.
more 7.
Yeah, one more 7. That's how it works.
I'll get it next paycheck. Don't worry, babe.
So when back when I was still living in Bullhead, we were in bands. We had like a battle of bands. Like we're probably 18, 19 years old. Remember? And my
Okay.
the bass player in the band, him and I were roommates, and he worked at I think the Pioneer. And there were so many fucking times where his wife would come and be like, I haven't seen Eb. His name was Eb. Eb. I haven't seen Eb in like, he was supposed to show up. He got off work at 6. I haven't seen him yet. And this would be like 11 o'clock that night. There were so many fucking times where I had to go, me and Josh would have to go drive across the river and go hunting for this motherfucker and not find him. And then eventually, maybe Sunday, he would show up after he'd get paid bi-weekly and completely broke. So many fucking times that would happen,
Wow,
dude.
that's the Bullhead story, bro.
Yeah, that's how, like,
That's the Bullhead story.
it's either you get out of there or you run the motherfucker or you get sucked into that kind of shit.
Yeah, and 2 out of 3 of those involve a lot of meth.
A lot of meth.
Yeah.
Like, but what's crazy is I know there's a couple dudes that I know that have been pretty successful staying there. Like one
Yeah,
guy,
there's
he
some
runs
guys-
like a dealership there.
Yeah,
and he's
you're
doing
talking
amazing.
about Shane.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, dude.
Football coach,
Fuck
like
yeah.
like looking
Shane's
at
an
him from the
awesome
outside
dude.
in.
Yeah,
he's
if
like
you guys
running
have
shit.
him on, I can't wait to hear that
Oh,
one.
I wanna
'cause
have him on
he's
for
done,
sure.
he's up to dope shit.
Yeah, he's
he's
doing good
actually
shit.
contacted me recently about some filming ideas he had, like, oh, I had an idea for like this kind of documentary or like that. And I'm like, bro, like that's cool, dude. Cool. I really like Shane. Yeah, he's a cool dude.
So he's like, in my eyes, he's like the mayor of Bullhead, right?
Right.
Like only fit one, right?
Right. Yeah.
More successful than the mayor.
So,
yeah, he
but
looks like he will fuck you up too.
Absolutely,
that's a big dude.
He is a monster.
He
loves cookies.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, and lifting weights and looking like he could fuck you up,
dude.
He does a whole
so
lot
there's
of that.
and then there's, like you said, the other ones, but I don't see how you can do it there. I don't see how anybody can survive there. I don't see how you
it's
can
few and far between. The Shane
there.
stories are so few and far between. You know, there's no opportunity there. There's no careers there, really. Not none, obviously, because we have, you know, friends like Shane, but bro, like, there's what are you gonna fucking do in Bullhead?
I don't know.
Meth.
I have no idea. That's what they do.
That's what they fucking do.
You're gonna make it, or you're gonna do it,
or you're gonna.
But there's like, how many houses are along the river, and those motherfuckers ain't cheap. Who's living in those?
So I actually heard, and I don't know if this is true. You know how Journey, their singer, died, and then like it's basically like the rock star story where they found this young Asian dude like at a show singing, and like he's just such an amazing singer. They made him the next singer of Journey, and now the singer for the band from this, you know, the 70s Journey is this younger Asian guy who's like a little bit older than us. I heard that one of the houses down by El Palacio in Bullhead is his. He actually has like, and it's like this huge. So maybe those kind of motherfuckers.
Yeah,
are
no shit.
there.
Okay.
Yeah. I've ran into that guy at Best Buy in Vallejo, California.
Shut the front door.
Probably not even a year he was singing for them.
Into him being the singer for Journey?
Yep. I didn't even know who he was. My sister worked there and everything, and they like people were surrounding him, like just talking to him.
You're like, who's this guy?
Fuck, dude.
Like,
he's like, I'm just a young town boy.
Yeah.
He sounds just like him though.
He
it's like
really
he was
does.
a perfect, just like I don't know. Was he from a cover band or something? Like I feel like he had to
I don't
have
know.
sang in a
Yeah,
cover
there
band.
was
tribute
something.
band, like
I'm
what's
sure
that?
he was singing
What's the
covers.
Mark Wahlberg
Rockstar.
movie?
That's
what I'm saying.
That's how they got him.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what they did.
It was a rock star story. Yeah, exactly.
Fuck yeah, Dragon Force. What? No, what was the name of it? Dragon
successful
something.
albums?
Dragon Force.
No, not Dragon. I'm thinking of the fucking movie band, like in Rockstar.
Oh, what
like
were
Steel
their?
Dragon.
Steel Dragon. That's
Is that their name?
love that.
Steel
Stand
Dragon.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Great movie.
He's watched it a lot.
See, I liked
That
Almost
movie's
Famous. Movies
That
about
was a
fake bands. Almost Famous.
Fucking
The little kid goes on tour with the band as a journalist for Rolling Stone magazine. You know that's a true story.
oh my god, that movie is amazing.
Okay,
You have to watch.
So
fucking
the writer and director of that film, his name's Cameron Crowe.
Blue Jean Baby.
There you go. He's the writer and director of that film. His name's Cameron Crowe.
Okay,
He did films like Vanilla Sky
that was a good
with
movie.
Tom Cruise.
It was a
Okay,
good, weird
so
fucking movie, but yeah.
that movie, Almost Famous, is his biography.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, he
shit,
was a journalist, and he literally went on tour with, I don't know, I think they were getting at Led Zeppelin.
Is that what it was supposed to be?
I think they were going for that vibe, maybe, but I don't know the history, but I do know that is basically his autobiography.
No
of
shit,
how
dude.
He literally like fandangled his way into being a legitimate
As a
journalist.
teenager.
As a fucking like a young teenager. And he supposedly lost his virginity to a group of
To a super group.
to a gaggle of bitches, dude. Like
Badass.
yeah. So
that was a good movie.
I always liked the film Almost Famous. I mean, Kate Hudson, amazing actress, absolutely gorgeous, just like her mom, Goldie Hawn. But and then to find out that it was Cameron Crowe's like autobiographical story, that just fucking makes it
the next level.
So much.
That's
fucking
awesome.
Cool
I want to watch it
me.
again right now.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that scene with the Elton John song "Tiny Dancer" is
Oh,
fucking,
dude.
it just hits so hard,
Bro, he's fucking coming down off a
Dude,
fucking
it hits
hard
so
acid
hard.
dope. How do we know you're not a fucking cop?
Yeah,
dude.
He's getting ready to jump off the fucking roof of the house and do it, and everyone's like, "Do it!"
And let my last words be, I'm on drugs.
I'm on drugs.
And he's like, no, something deep. I dig music. And everybody's quiet. And they're like, yeah. And he's like, I'm on drugs. And they're like, ah. Yeah. It's really, if you haven't seen it, check it out.
Oh my
Almost
god, one of the
Famous.
best
gotta check
movies
it out.
ever.
And it's like one of those movies that will always be good because it's like Sandlot. Okay, so like Sandlot is one of those movies that was good when you were a kid, and then when you watch it as an adult, it
just
holds.
as good. Yep,
it holds. Like,
absolutely,
damn, that's a
every
good
time.
fucking
I watched
movie.
it with my kids so they could see it because I wanted them to get those
That's
feelings.
all of us, dude.
It's so rare that I do that though. I'm like, dude, this is the best movie ever, and I put it on. I'm like, this is a piece of shit. My kids think I'm an asshole for starting it.
But there are a few films that no matter how long it's been, they're always going to stand that test of times. And I think that Almost Famous is one of those for me.
One of the best.
It's a really good movie.
Top 20 fucking movie for sure. Absolutely.
Pretty fucking dope flick.
Dude, that's a good one.
I'm gonna watch it.
I want to go watch it right now. We should end this fucking thing so we can go downstairs and watch
Why
it
are we
right
not
now.
watching Almost Famous?
Right
Should have
now.
it playing in the background.
Yeah. Some Kate Hudson fart porn.
Look at he brought it around. I like what you did there.
Yeah,
dude.
I had a friend who used to see when he'd see a fucking like a really rad chick, he would be like, "Oh, dude, like you see that chick, dude? Like, oh, bro, I would drag my nuts across a mile of razor blades just to hear her fart in a tin cup."
My cousin, he was like, dude, I would suck a fart out of her ass like a bong rip.
Yep. That's from Good Luck Chuck, right? Yeah, that's a
He
good one.
always
Yep,
said that
that's a
shit.
good one. Yeah. No chick in the world's bad enough for my balls to be on razor blades for.
No, dude.
Not even for the full thing, let alone just to hear her fart in a tin cup. But it's the saying you just never forget. I'll be old. I'll be like 80 and tell my friend was saying bad bitches drag a razor blade on a nutsack. You know? Grandpa never makes any sense. It was funny 40 years ago. Fuck you, you little assholes. You know,
You don't
shitbags.
understand.
Yeah.
Go fly your car.
Yeah, to my future grandkids, shut the fuck up.
Thank you.
Yeah. Grandpa loves you.
That's great, dude. That's funny though. Like seriously, like your grandkids are probably gonna fucking hear this.
Fuck yeah, they are.
Hopefully.
Hell yeah. It's going down in the fucking history books, in the annals. In the
what?
annals.
Annals?
In the annals.
What does that mean?
In the records.
Oh, okay. I'm retarded.
That's all right.
Okay.
That's all right. It's a very odd word.
It's a new word for me.
Annals. Don't ask me how to spell it. If you ask me how to spell it, I'll spell
gonna be
anal
A-
right now.
Right now, ANALS.
ANALS.
Is it apostrophe S or S apostrophe?
That's
It's in there.
annals, bro. I'm like, dude, I seen a film on that too. On the annals.
There's lots of those. There are lots of those. Dude, pleasure having you on.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks.
Thank
This
you guys
was
so much
fun.
for having me.
I don't even feel like we even touched like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, this is all. So basically, it's all the stuff that we're up to that we can talk about. You know, in 10 years, when all this shit's legal, we'll be able to do another podcast.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
talk about all the cool shit we're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
But until then, man, fucking stay fuckery.
Yeah. Keep
Damn, we might have to
fuckery.
have that one.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me
Awesome.
on, guys.
Thanks, Dustin. I appreciate it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I can't hear him.
I know. It was like getting